Hi everyone, Abigail Reese here. Um, I want to talk about how to approach people, the right and the wrong way of approaching people online. If you're in an internet marketing business and obviously you're looking for people who might be interested in what you're offering, there are various ways of going about doing that. Um, Here I've brought up an example. This is someone in my other message request folder. So they're not even on my friend list, okay? They've never spoken to me before. As you can see, there's no previous conversation between myself and them. This was sent on the 18th of February. Obviously, I haven't replied to it. I haven't even accepted it for obvious reasons. But this person, and don't know who they are. Sorry for picking on them, not picking on them as such, but using this as an example. Now, they don't know if I'm looking for something. They don't know who I am, what experience I've got, um, whether I'm even in need of what they're offering. And so straight in with a pitch. Great big long pitch. Look at this. Just goes on and on and on and on and on. And I see this happen so many times. And a link, some don't even know what that's for, don't care. Just, oh my gosh. This is a perfect example of what not to do. Like, if they think that I'm going to sit here and read through all this, and yet you'd be surprised how many people do this. Another link there. Just insane. Wow. I actually found probably one of the best examples I could have found. I just went over to my other folder for messages on here and just picked one that looked like it started with a pitch. I mean, crikey, look at this. Wow, I must say, actually, this is probably the longest one I've had. Other ones I might be, say, a third of the length of this, but a great big wall of text. And let's see, it wouldn't surprise me if they have like a really bad affiliate link at the end of it, not even a domain. Who knows, they might prove me wrong, but despite whatever link they have at the end, if they even have one, wow, okay, that's what not to do. All right, this is what not to do right here. I guarantee, if you send this kind of stuff out to people, you've never had any conversation with them at all, and you just go straight in with all of this before you even get the permission to send them a link, you're not going to get any results at all. This is someone who's very, very, very newbie, probably hasn't been, well, obviously hasn't been taught well, but has probably been taught that just to spam everybody. This is your typical spammer. And if any of you watching this are doing this kind of thing, stop. Just stop. What you should be doing is finding and friending people, first of all, who are network marketers, affiliate marketers, so the sort of people who are looking for this kind of offer, industry, business, and then letting them know what you're doing in no more than sort of 2 or 3 lines, keeping it short and sweet, and then asking if they would like, if they would be interested in taking a look at it. We do have like a little script that we use, just because if you're sending that out to a lot of people, you don't want to be obviously typing it up each time, and you can keep it pretty generic, because really at first you're looking for people who are maybe interested in taking a look. And never ever send your link out to people like this. And I guess I shouldn't make too much of a big deal of this, because a couple of years ago, I'm not saying I would send something remotely this long, but I would send out a few lines and then my link on it, even if I'd never spoken to that person before, even if they hadn't given their permission for me to do so, or I hadn't even asked their permission to do so. So believe me, this is the stuff I was doing 2 years ago, albeit nowhere near an entire book that this is. But always get permission before you send your link to people. Find out if they're even interested in taking it. If they say yes, sure, send the link, then go ahead and send the link, and maybe just a couple of lines briefly about it. But do not send a great big wall of text like this. This is another thing to watch out for. Don't do that. Don't send a great big wall of text to people. And then when you've sent your link, only after they've agreed and are happy to see it, because you'll get some people that say no, in which case there's no need to send them anything more. They've made it clear they're not interested in taking a look for whatever reason. They could be already busy in something else. They might just think, well, I don't know you. I don't want to see your link. They might get spammed or pitched so much in the day they're just fed up with it, and you're just someone else to them like that, which you'll get people that will say no. You'll get occasionally someone who'll be very rude about it, and you'll get a lot of people that just won't even acknowledge your message. They just don't even reply. You see it's been seen, and they just never reply. And again, those are people I wouldn't bother messaging again about it. But if you go through enough people and enough of the right sort of people, when I say the right sort of people, I'm talking about network marketers, people in the industry, people who are looking to make money online. Those are the kind of people you should be approaching. It's no good approaching people in a group that's about sailing or something. They're not on the internet to be pitched, and very unlikely to be interested. I mean, of course, you might always get the exception to the rule, but I wouldn't even waste my time approaching people in those kind of groups. I only go to the groups of network marketing, affiliate marketing, make money online, work from home, looking for a new business, anything like that. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of groups full of people like that. So it's not hard to find the right sort of people. And it's not hard to send out a bunch of messages in a day. And that's just on Facebook alone. I mean, we use LinkedIn as well. I'm a big fan of LinkedIn, big fan of Facebook, and we use YouTube too as well, of course. But that's my point. Just always get the permission from the person before sending your link out to them. And another tip I will give you is, let's see if I can find. Okay, well, obviously PayPal.com, that's a domain. But don't be sending an affiliate link to people. It's like some website /ref equals ? And then a username. It looks very, very spammy. And when you get that in a long message like this, which often I do, it just looks very, very messy and very spammy. And this is somebody who I would think to myself, okay, this is someone who they're not going to be a very good mentor for starters. If this is what they're teaching their people, then they're absolutely teaching them all wrong, and they've been taught all wrong. You're only as good as what you're taught, I guess, and what you've learned. But they've been taught completely wrong how to do this. They're just unsolicited spam, basically. This is your typical spammer. So yeah, don't do it. Find the right sort of people, send them a message, let them know who you are, what you're about, and keep it short, keep it brief. Don't send a great big long wall of text. Someone who you've never spoken to before does not want to read a great big lecture or essay or novel with a link at the end of it when you've never even had permission from them to send it. So just a couple of things to keep in mind there, and a couple of things I've learned certainly over the last couple of years that I previously wouldn't have known. I mean, I'm not picking on this guy as such. I myself have done similar, like way back before I learned what not to do. And we teach our people exactly how to do it right, and how to find the right sort of people, and how to grow a great team without spamming people, and actually having people wanting to see your link, having people say, yeah, please, sure, send over the link. Yeah, I'd love to take a look at it. We get that every single day. That's what you want. People who are open to taking a look, not people who just, not just spamming people and hoping that if you fling enough mud at the wall, some of it's going to stick. So yeah, that's really, I think I'm going to wrap this video up on that note. I hope there've been a couple of helpful tips there. I know many people don't do this, but there are so many people that do. Every single day I get spammed with this kind of thing. And sometimes even from people I have spoken to before, they'll send me a big long spiel and, you know, sticking a link in there. And they haven't even asked me if I wanted to take a look at it. They've just sent it like unsolicitedly and just out the blue. So yeah, always get permission from people first. It doesn't take much to send a message to a bunch of people. You could just copy and paste it, sending a message to a bunch of people, and then asking if they would be interested in taking a look. It doesn't take much to do that, and you're going to get much better results by doing that. And if you're sending out enough of those, again, it's a numbers game as well. If the more you send out, the more yeses you're going to get. In fact, the more no's you go through, the faster your business is going to grow, because if you're going through enough no's, you're going to be getting yeses in there as well, and you're going to be getting people join your team in there as well. So bear that in mind. Go for No. There's a great book, Go for No, and it's basically about that very concept. You know, just speaking to as many people as possible, going for as many no's as you can possibly get in a single day, because I guarantee if you're stretching yourself to get as many no's as possible every single day, you're definitely going to be getting some yeses as well. And that's what it's all about. So hope that helps. I'm going to put a link in the description of what we're doing. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.